me see where we at, and boop. Okay, just let me know when to go.
Okay. Start it up onto the
Yep.
cover screen.
Okay,
Cover twigs. Bird of the day.
Bird of the day.
Okay, so might be wondering, what kind of bird did we have today? Well, he's a southwestern bull, so we decided to go with a southwestern bird.
Oh yeah.
So we're gonna flip over to the next page now. We are going with the Roadrunner. Yay! I'm sure you've all heard of the Roadrunner before. I mean, there's a certain very famous Roadrunner that we'll talk a bit more about that one later. But turns out they're real birds. As you can see here, here's one running on a road.
Shocking.
Yeah, it's almost like that's what they got famous for.
Yeah.
Find a nice wide open areas and running on it. These are some quality running birds. All right, gonna go to the next slide.
Right, next slide.
Some basic information. So when we say the term Roadrunner, we're actually referring to a genus rather than an individual species. There are two species of Roadrunner. The greater Roadrunner and the lesser Roadrunner, which honestly I feel like is a little insulting to one of those two species.
A little bit, right? Yeah. I mean, why can't they both be great?
Yeah. I mean, we could have the northern Roadrunner and the southern Roadrunner, since the greater ones live further north than the other ones. In fact, the greater Roadrunner is what you're going to find in the southwest U.S. and the northern part of Mexico. And the lesser Roadrunner you're going to find more in southern Mexico and Central America.
Yeah, we should totally call it the northern or southern Roadrunner. I agree with this change.
Yeah, I mean, it's implying that the ones that, live further south are somehow lesser, and I think they're both great. Yeah. The greater Roadrunner is a little bit bigger, but, come on, be nice to those lesser Roadrunners. Or the the Geocoxy Velox.
Oh, that's a big word.
Of course. Oh, I mean, when you're talking taxonomy, you got a lot of big words.
Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, the Cuculiforms and the Cuculidae, that is cuckoo birds. That's what they fall under, or commonly known as. Yeah. So Roadrunners are a type of cuckoo.
Well, well, hell, that's damn neat.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So they're kind of big, about 2 feet from beak to tip of tail. Although, I mean, if you look at them, like 40 to 45%, that's tail. They got long tails.
Yeah.
Nice long tails.
Yeah.
They usually weigh, like half a pound to a pound. So they're pretty light.
Mm-hmm.
And they're omnivorous birds. They'll eat just about anything they get their hands on. But they prefer bugs and all things. Those little tiny geckos, they'll chase them down. Yeah.
That's what they get trying to get me on insurance.
Yep. Let's go to the next slide.
Next slide.
Okay. So, on the bottom right there, you're seeing the most famous Roadrunner in the world. We all know that bird.
Oh,
and
yes.
so, I'm going to play a little audio clip here. I'm going to click on the little thing next to him. This is a sound that you probably associate with a Roadrunner.
Oh, I won't play on mine. Womp womp.
Oh.
Curse you, open office.
Well, I guess for Bentais, that was the meep.
Yeah, I don't know. What a bummer.
Now I'm going to play what they actually sound like.
Curses. Well, you should listen on Corvus' stream then on the VOD.
Yeah, so for what you were kind of hearing there on my stream, but you probably didn't hear on Bentais, is it's actually kind of a clicky sound. Kind of a little soft clicky sound they make. They do not go meep meep.
I'm going to find a link for it on YouTube and put them that way. Oh, here we are.
Yeah, if you go to the Wikipedia page, that's the sound effect I use. So
perfect.
There's a little sound effect on there. Well, being called the Roadrunner, what they're most famous for is running. They are the fastest running bird that can also fly.
Wow.
So there are also, there's other birds that are faster. Your ostriches, emus, cassowaries. They're a lot faster, but they can't fly. But for birds that can fly, they have the fastest ground speed. But the thing about that is, roadrunners are not very good flyers. They can fly, but they can't fly very well. Usually, they just fly in little short bursts, like enough to hop over an obstacle or hop up into the safety of a tree, stuff like that. But, long sustained flights, nope. Migration, definitely not.
I assume they can fly better than chickens, though, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, chickens can technically fly. They are just really, really bad flyers.
Yeah. I mean, technically, I can fly too, just not very far.
Yeah. Well, the definition for like a bird that can fly is, can they produce lift using only their wings, enough to like get them off the ground? And chickens technically can, just really, really badly.
Awesome. And real quick, thanks for the follow there, Computer Jones. Good to see you. Welcome to the herd. And say hi to Corvus there. We're learning about the Roadrunner.
Yeah, talk about Roadrunners.
Yay!
Because, if you're on Bentai's group, one thing you'll know about me is every time I stream, I do a bird of the day. Every time, without exception. Always going to be a bird.
Yeah. Oh, every time.
Every time. Gotta have bird.
Gotta have birds.
Yeah. So, the state bird in New Mexico. Yeah. That's pretty neat. Really honored there.
Yeah.
So, you ever heard of the tarantula hawk wasp?
I want to say yes, but I'm going to say no.
Well, if you have a phobia of scary bugs, do not look them up.
Uh-oh.
Well, I mean, you have 3 words there. Tarantula, hawk, and wasp.
Is that on the next page?
No, it's no pictures
good.
of them.
Okay.
But let's just say they're very large, very nasty bugs. Like, they're some of the most frightening looking wasps you'll ever see.
Wow.
And they are the only animal species that preys on them.
Only one. Holy.
The only one. They're the only natural predator. Yeah.
Well, then that makes me wonder, like how? What's the are they endangered, the Roadrunners, or are they in good condition?
Roadrunners are considered least concern. They're doing just fine.
Good.
They don't have many natural predators themselves, but one thing that the cartoon got right: the number 1 predator of Roadrunners by a huge margin is coyotes.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Because I know we haven't had a lot of Roadrunners in the Las Vegas Valley where I have over the years, of course, as they've been pushed out by human encroachment. Now, unless you're on the edge of the valley, or maybe a couple of small spots like where it's more rural and you can see them around, but yeah, back in the day, it was a much smaller town, way easier to find them than they are now, unfortunately. So it's a bit of a worry. That's kind of why I wonder about how well they are doing, like, numbers-wise. So that's good to know, for sure.
Yeah. Well, and Roadrunners do very well around people. They're pretty friendly. They're curious about us. They're not really chicken. And the thing is that they're actually really good pest control.
I would hope
the Roadrunners are good at eating all sorts of bugs and other things that are harmful or at least annoying to humans. And so Roadrunners are actually really useful to have around. People like them. They aren't big enough to produce a lot of meat, so they're not really a game animal. So, in human and being omnivorous, they'll eat just about anything. So they do very well around humans. So they're actually one of the bird species that has probably even thrived because of cities rather than being hurt.
Well, thank goodness for that then. So I know we've not been the best keepers of the flora and fauna. So
no, I mean, us crows do pretty good, but yeah. I mean, if you want to feel bad about birds, don't watch my Kakapo episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, we don't have a lot of crows here either. I used to live in California for a while, and we had a lot of crows around there. Not a lot of here in Las Vegas, though.
Yeah, crows.
I
We're not really a desert bird.
no, I don't blame you. It's too hot here.
Yeah. Yeah. Nice little bits of info. They're pretty solitary. They only
Hmm.
hang around other roadrunners when it's mating season. But so like they'll pair up and they'll raise babies, and the male will help the female raise the babies. But once the
Oh,
babies have left the nest, they all kind of split up. But then they meet back up again. They go
that's
back to the same mating partner the next year. So
that's
that's
good
pretty
to
neat.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very neat.
So then, as you know, it's very cold in the desert at night.
Mm-hmm.
So their species is this thing called torpor. So torpor is basically like a mode of semi-hibernation. It's
Oh,
like a super, super deep sleep. Their heart rate goes down to almost nothing, and they basically just kind of go into a stasis mode overnight. And
wow.
then when the sun rises, they'll splay their feathers out as much as they can and soak up the morning sun, and get ready for the day.
That's
It's kind
interesting.
of neat.
And just they're a bird, they're not really cold blooded, but definitely it is a very almost like a cold blooded style at that point.
Yes, yeah,
Huh.
yeah, and it's how they're able to deal with the differences of heat in the day and cold in the night. It's very much a desert thing that a lot of birds do.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So go to the final slide here.
Final
Oh,
slide.
I have to say, I had a lot of fun researching the Roadrunner. Learned a lot of cool
Hmm.
things about them, and honestly, I think they're one of the more fascinating birds I've done. What do you
Oh,
think?
for sure. I don't think it's a great bird, especially with the whole the torpor thing at night. That's really impressive. I didn't know actually birds would do that. That's very cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that is awesome.
Lamp knows about this word because of a vampire larp. Hmm,
Oh,
interesting. Yes.
did they LARP as a vampiric roadrunner?
Obviously, yeah.
Oh, of course,
Vampire
yes.
birds.
Of
Oh,
course. Whoa.
oh, oh! Have I got a bird ready for October?
Uh-oh.
Called the Dracula parrot.
A Dracula parrot.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
I'm looking forward to that one for sure
Oh,
then.
they're
Yeah.
awesome.
Cool.
They're the coolest looking parrots. You'll understand. Yeah, yeah, they're great. But as far as roadrunners, I gotta say, up tier.
Hmm.
They're very cool birds and
Oh,
neat
yes.
looking, super fast runners. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, we crows like to walk around. Well, we can't run that fast. Oh,
Oh, heck no.
yeah. Did I mention that 26 miles per hour is the fastest they've
That
been
is
clocked at?
that's impressively fast.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, usually when they're running around, it's closer to 15, but
Mm-hmm.
super fast sprints. That's how fast they can go. Pretty impressive.
Oh yeah. Now is it over like long distance or more like a sprint thing to get away from somebody?
They can do 15 pretty consistently for a good amount of time,
Wow.
but 26 is definitely a all-out sprint.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there was Wile E. Coyote was probably nearby when it was going 26 miles per hour.
Sounds about right. Yeah.
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 Got to outrun those big Acme rockets.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Hmm. So, question from chat: are all chickens vampires?
No,
Oh,
no.
well, there you go, chat. No vampire chickens.
But much like vampires, if you drive a stake through their heart, they will die.
Oh, well, that's good to know. So maybe they are vampires. They're just,
Yeah.
they're secret vampires.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drive a stake through a chicken's heart, it will die.
That's a pro tip, man. The more you know. Wish you had a sound for that. Like,
I-
dun, 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 dun.
It works on everything. Of course it. Oh, come on, Lamp. And,
Ah. I mean, most everything.
but no. You ever
Yeah.
seen a chicken with fangs? I've never seen a fanged chicken.
I mean, technically speaking, don't they have that like bird tooth? Would that technically be a fang?
Yeah, but they're not really long, sharp canines.
Okay. That's
Lamp is
true.
asking unless it has two hearts. Do things have two hearts? Klingons do.
That's true. Would you have to stake a Klingon twice to kill him then?
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of
Oh,
hard to kill Klingon. You're really
yeah.
best off using a phaser.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, very
Make the whole
true.
body go away.
Yeah, yeah.
Although, a lot of times on Star Trek, they've been stabbed just by a quick batlip through the chest. Feels like that
That
shouldn't
is
kill them.
the one weakness of the Klingons is the bat left.
Yeah.
If only they had known about that on DS9, TNG, everything really.
Yeah. Yeah. We don't get to see Worf use that batlith often.
No, only a handful of times. Go
Yeah.
figure.
And they're all in the Klingon focused episodes, which, let's be honest, those aren't the best ones.
Not always, no.
All right, let's end this
Shall we?
presentation.
Yay!